Some mosquito repelling lights. Let's see what they describe them as. 3 pieces mosquito repellent night light, LED mosquito repellent light. And you might recognise these as the very typical USB nightlight type things. Some of them draw huge amounts of current. These ones aren't too bad, but they're still quite high. But they light up this lovely shade of green. It's not the usual cold green. It's a nice appley green, very soft. And if we take a look at this display here to see what the current is, I shall focus on that. Did it focus on that? Yes, it did. You can see that at the roughly 5 volts, it's 63 milliamps. So if we open these up, which is very easy to do, you can simply, well, I'll focus back down to a sensible level, like there. If we open these up, which you can just wiggle them open, the LEDs aren't phosphor coated. They are what appear to be gallium nitride LEDs. But the colour is lovely. It's a really nice shade of green. It's not the usual harsh cold green. I wonder if we can get those LEDs in their own. You must be able to. I wonder what shade of green it is. But anyway, let's take a look at the circuit board. And the circuit board literally just pops out like this when you take the cover off it. And I've already taken the picture of the circuit board, so I shall show you that right now. And here it is. Let me give you a guided tour. Here is the positive connection. And bizarrely, it has a resistive layer printed on it, but it's not actually used. So the positive actually feeds both ends to the LEDs. The negative does go via a resistor. You can see they've put the pad here as if it was going to have 2 pads and then the resistor bridging it, but they've gone to the full extent of like printing the conductive carbon trace on, even though it's not used. But in this case, the negative goes to this end of the conductive trace, and then this end goes to the LED here, and then it loops around to the LED the other side as well. So theoretically, if I scribe this, I should be able to adjust the resistance of this by scratching some of that away and tame it down a little bit. Let's give that a go. So I shall bring this stuff in. I shall plug this in here. And then I'll bring it up to a more suitable height, and then we can scribe away at that. I'll just do that now. I was kind of hoping to do this while the power is on, but I can't see anything looking at this because it's so bright. Right, tell you what, I shall unplug it, find the one that has the little gap in the track, and I shall just scribe it with a sharp meter lead. I've probably chopped right through it. It doesn't matter if you chop right through it because those are resistor pads. You could solder a resistor across them. So let's see what happens if this has made any difference. It was 63 milliamp. It's very dim. I have maybe scribed that too much. It's super dim. It's not even registering. Let's try the other meter. I have totally scribed that to death. Excellent. I'll have another go with another one. Let's put in a different, let's plug it into the Ruidang meter and see if it registers anything. This one's registering about 3 milliamps. Why didn't the other one register current? This is a new USB meter, so I've not tested it thoroughly. Maybe it's just got a lower range. It doesn't really show. Maybe it's some sort of threshold it has to be over. But anyway, apparently that's reduced to 3 milliamps. Let me just try it with another one, but in a more controlled manner. It is very small, to be honest. That's me making excuses. So getting my probe, I shall place it in the middle and then dead center and just scribe down a couple of times. That should theoretically have reduced it to half the current. Let's plug it in and find out if I even cut through it at all. Oh, look at that, 31 milliamps now. That is very accurate, 50% scribing. So the answer, if you want to get some of these, and they're nice enough colour, they don't repel mosquitoes, incidentally. That's just a load of crap. That's the sort of things that they say in these listings. They don't repel mosquitoes because the mosquitoes are homing in on your blood. And, well, they're homing in on your blood by following your carbon dioxide, so it's not going to deter them. But if you were, say, out in the wild somewhere and there were lots of flies about, it might certainly stop the flies coming and swarming around you as you were reading at night. And they are a nice colour, a really nice colour. which is my favourite thing about these, that strange retro gallium phosphide types of green, but this is definitely gallium nitride, because if we take a look at the picture here, you can even, well, it's measuring 2.7 volts, but also you can see the two bonds on top of the chip, and that is how the thin film LEDs work. But there you go, they're not going to kill or repel mosquitoes, and some of the listings say it kills mosquitoes, which is very misleading, but they are potentially going to deter some flies from swarming around you while you're camping or otherwise outdoors.